Hello guys, we're looking at adding and subtracting fractions today, and I'm going to be using a couple of examples to demonstrate how to add and or subtract fractions, and then obviously we'll have the rules on the side here. We'll write what the rules here on the side, and look at some common mistakes people do. So let's get started with a simple question: 1/4 plus let's say 2/4. Um, when we actually have two fractions, when we add in to each other, one of the first things that we need to sort of look for is, so if I write a rule that we need to look for is making sure we have common denominator. Okay, so having a common denominator. So the denominators are actually the bottom numbers. So if you actually circle these two numbers, you can see we have a common denominator, and they're both the same. So we can actually add these fractions together. So the way it works is you just add the top numbers. So that's going to equal to 3, and then you leave the bottom numbers, sorry, as 4. And that will be your answer. So 3/4. A common mistake, I guess, someone can do is actually add the bottom numbers as well. So you might get 3/8 as an answer, and that's a common mistake. We don't add the bottom numbers, which are the denominator. So we just leave that as it is. So let's do another question just quickly to make things, I guess, a bit simple. So you got 5/9 plus, let's go with 1/9. Again, we'll look at our rule. Do we have a common denominator here? Yes, we do. So we just add these up, add the top numbers up. So it's going to be 6/9. Now, if you look at this question here, we can actually simplify this question. Simplify the answer. So that will then be. So the way we simplify it is, we need to find a number that we can take out from the denominator and the denominator. So in this case, we can divide both numbers by 3. So if you cancel that and divide it by 3, that you'll get 2, and that divided by 3, you'll get 3, and that will give you 2/3 as a final answer. Let's do an example using doing subtraction. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So if we go 11/12 for this case, and then let's go minus 4/12. Again, we'll look at if this actually can be done. We do have common denominators in this case. So if I just circle that, what I mean by common denominator. So these, oops, it didn't work. So these numbers here are common denominators. They're both 12. So we can actually do this calculation without doing any changes, and that's going to be equal to 7/12. All right. So that's going to be our final answer. When we're adding or subtracting fractions, we'll look at first thing we'll look at is if we do have a common denominator. So in these 3 examples here that we got, so that's example 1, example 2, and example 3, we do have enough common denominator, so we can actually do the operation. So as I said, the most common mistakes that we can do when students actually add or subtract the denominators as well, and that could be a mistake that we can possibly do. So watch out for that. Make sure we don't add or subtract those numbers, the denominators that I'm talking about. We only add or subtract the denominators in this case. So thank you for watching my video.